fuck being Bengali. I'm going to be whatever comes next. I just happen to be Bengali. And I think that that's what culture online is. Like, we're just making some internet. And I think the internet is what's changing everything right now. A lot of Bengali kids can say fuck you to the system. And that's kind of what Brooklyn Shanti has been about. It's taking systems and taking them apart, trying to put back together something with some semblance of aspects of how we want to move forward in digital culture, global society, in a way that isn't harmful for us as we kind of keep growing. You know, Dhaka and Kolkata to me are both vibrantly beautiful places. And when I speak with people, I just think like, yo, that's my people. I was just trying to educate Mo about Sister Nancy. It went into her song, Bam Bam. I don't trouble no one. I'm a lady, not a man. MC is my ambition. So Bam Bam. And that was sort of like a mission statement for this song, being Bengali. It's like, I don't want to trouble nobody, man. I just want to make my shit, put it out there, and then really at the end of the day, go home, pack my bags from location or the studio, go home, live my simple life, and keep on making music. That was sort of the synthesis of ideas that went into Bam Bam, because it's more an idea thing than it is trying to make a reggae song. I originally wanted to really just have Mo do Bangla over the Bam Bam rhythm. I had tremendous success with a song called Bengali Inadi Dance. That was playing with Bangla and dancehall and trying to see, is there a place of intersection where people are ready for it? Much to my delight, people were ready for it. Fast forward to the Yoga Trap album. I took those sessions and I went over to India and I was in Varanasi just absorbing all of the vibes. I wanted to do something that was different. Like, I wanted to do something unique. With Dum Dum Project, we had done a lot of yoga rap stuff. I was thinking, like, if I were to do something that was more spiritual, how would I tie trap music, spirituality, and Bengali culture together? You know, everything just kind of drew back to Sister Nancy. Jodi ora kichu bole tale ami chup. In Bangla, that means if they say something, then I'm just going to stay quiet. I'm not a talker like that. I'll put it in my work. So my work has multiple levels of meanings. In public, man, bum's the word. People have been trying to battle me for decades. I'll respond in kind through the messages in a song. Look, all this gossip shit, he said, she said shit, I'm not with it. If they say something, I'm just going to let them say it. Let them have fun. You know, a lot of people get like a hit of dopamine when they say some stupid shit about you. Great. I'm your drug of choice. Enjoy it. Shobar shonge moja kori, you know how we do. Yeah, we're having fun with everybody, you know how we do. I just want to keep it lively. Although the music sounds really serious, when we meet up, I'm pretty much all fun and games. I used to be like a hard-nosed, very serious person, and I've stopped being that way. Korte dilam, ami korte dilam, shob kichu shunechi, ami bolte dilam. I let them do it, I heard everything they say. I let them say it. You've got to kind of own your own presence, own your own shit. When I hear things about me that are not true, of which there have been quite a bit, I just take it with a grain of salt. Nobody's really going to know what you're going through but you. If you're putting content out there, you got to let people say and do what they're going to do and not let it really hit you in your heart and in your soul. You can't carry it. Like, I've heard it all. Like, you thought you were whispering it, and you thought you were talking to somebody that you trusted, but they called me, they let me know. What am I gonna do? You already said it. I really believe in word sound power. The words that you say, they come from the inception of your thought. When you say them through your vocal cords, they go through your chakras, yo. You give that sound power so you can manifest things. I'm not gonna waste my energy. We only get so much time on this planet. If I respond to any of that, it's going to waste my time as a creator. There's like those occasions when you meet people and you really affected their lives and they went on to affect millions of other lives. Had I not just kept pushing on with my work, it wouldn't have influenced those people to do their work. Then where would we be? It's like a chain reaction of positivity. So I can't take myself out of a headspace to not just let it roll off my back. I woke up today, thank you, God. Why I gotta be so hard. That's like a throwback to a song that I grew up with, which was Ice Cube's Today Was a Good Day. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kind of odd. I woke up today, thank you, God. So it's kind of like paying homage to Cube because he was one of my favorite rappers when I was growing up. If Yoga Trap's gonna be a thing, I want to start out the whole thing with a couple of things that let people know that I know where I come from. So there's Sister Nancy with Bam Bam, And there's Ice Cube with the opening lyric. So stars on so blogs. Somebody bring the light through the social fog. It doesn't really take much to do something that's really spectacular and vibrant and then get put onto a blog and you're here today and gone today. It's just a comment saying the place I'm trying to come from is a place of like classic stuff. Sometimes there's some so-so people. We're making a lot of stuff right now in this era. And at a certain point, we're gonna have to go back and categorize what was the value of that? What was the value of that? All right, this was here for the moment, and then this was here for that, this was here for that. 1, ready, player up. 2, for my rhyming scheme. Stacking while I'm packing bags, nobody at the side of me. 1, ready, player up is a reference to Ready Player One. If you guys have seen that, then you understand. It's a dystopian future. Media, politics, it's kind of what's happening right now in the world. And I was like, Ready Player One is the right reference for this moment. I already referenced Blade Runners a few years ago because I think everything's moving toward that sci-fi dystopian thing. 1 is all the conceptual stuff in Ready Player One. 2, let's take that stuff and let's mix it with my rhyming scheme. Stacking while I'm packing bag just means dating all the way back to Punjabi 5-0 in those days. I've not been consistently in one place. Like, I pay my taxes in New York. I've paid rent in New York. But I've been stacking while I'm packing bags. I'm constantly on the move. And nobody at the side of me, I've had to let go of everybody. This goes back to the bomb theoreticals. This man don't trouble no one. Nobody's at the side of me. I can legitimately say I had to be self-made because nobody really gave a fuck about anything I wanted to do. An Indian rapper? Fuck that shit. I co-founded a label called Soul Spasm with my really good friend and colleague Jim Drew, and then I joined the Dum Dum Project. I had to do everything my own way because nobody believed in me. There were some producers, like I had JJ Brown and Dan Meyer at 5G teach me things. Sean Dinsmore from Dum Dum Project. I had to find a young Jim Drew, and we created ourselves as executives that would be the best thing for my career, and to this date. That's why I still rock with Soul Spasm. After a while, like Fab Five Freddy and everyone else came through, but it wasn't until I'd proven that I was worth paying attention to. It's not changing. So I guess this is the way it is. Always been my destiny for you to get the best of me. Never was accepted, now everybody getting a beam. I've always put into my work the best of what I can. I'm not one of those people where I just write a line or I freestyle something and just say, oh, you know what, we'll fix it in the mix, or we'll do this, or we'll do that. Lyricism is one of my instruments. If I said it in a lyric at that moment, that's exactly who I was 200%. That was the emotion. You've got people like Joe Rogan who podcast for 3 hours. I make these songs. Never was accepted, now everybody getting a beat. Look, it's been close to 30 years, okay? Of course, when I started doing all this stuff, nobody really understood why I wanted to do this stuff, nor did Indian people or South Asians have a continuity and knowledge base to understand that South Asians have contributed to Black culture. There's a bigger picture. There's a bigger dynamic here at play that we're not paying attention to, and we need to. And when I heard rap music, it was like Indian music to me, because African music is Indian music, and Indian music is African music. We're the first tribe outside of Africa. I was never accepted because I had this forward-thinking construct and game plan. I was born 20 years before all of my peers. I'm just the older artist that's been like, hey, you finally got here. It's good to see you. I've been decorating this banquet hall for the party this whole time. I don't think people my age understand what it was that was my vision, nor did they get it, nor did they give a fuck about me. They just beat me to death in my spirit and my psychosis, and I just had to keep coming back time and again and tell them, fuck you. This is what it's gonna be in Brooklyn Shanti, I am, and you just gotta keep it moving, man. One of us was right, one of us was wrong. Hickory, North Carolina, Centerville, Virginia, I remember times up. That's some deep South shit, and I was one of the few Indian kids born there in the 70s. We made the best of it. There's more stories, but those will come out on a Netflix miniseries. My dad got brought to the DC area to work for the government, and Centerville, Virginia is a place where it shaped me, and I met a lot of people. I went to school with and I rapped with Ludacris when we were young. Thomas Blondett was a DJ that we ran with. And then there were a lot of other rappers, like my friend Kevin McEwen, a DJ named Lee Shepard. Like, we were all friends, and we were all just making hip-hop there. I started engineering for Chris. I started producing and engineering for Lee and Kevin. And then, I ran away from home a bunch of times. But I was really just trying to be out there and do my thing. that's where I came up for a number of years until my parents kicked me out. I was able to go to Penn State. By a miracle, I got accepted for my art, my visual art that I was doing. Before Brooklyn, while in Calcutta, the universe looked and said, do it now, brother. I got into trouble when I was a teenager. I got sent back to India. Calcutta is where the realization happened. There's a Jyotish. My mom had me go visit him. The Jyotish was like, your child is a prophet. He's going to be this great artist and what have you. And he looked at me and he was like, are you going to go towards science? And I was like, I'm kind of leaning toward it. Because at the time, I was like 15, 16. I was like, look, I might be a neurologist. Because I like the way that people think. I eventually studied psychology in school. I came to the realization that art might be the way this is going. I keep on going toward the sciences and I'm good at it, but art is where I'm excellent. Am I going to be good in life or am I going to be excellent in life? And I had to make that decision right then and there. At that time, hip-hop wasn't something that was favored. Rap music wasn't. And I was really fucking good at it. And I still am. But I didn't look at it as like hip-hop or rap. I looked at it as this is what I do. And so the universe looked and said, do it now, brother. And I've been going ever since. Powerful people that want to get equal and put it together for life. Right now, we're going through empowering people that want equality. Let's do that. Let's put it together for life. Guiding myself in directions for betterment, hoping to find a wife. Every human is imperfect. As a man, I've been imperfect. The relationships that have disintegrated in my life are because of my stupidity. Like, I'm full of dumb shit. In a relationship, I could be perfect as a best friend. I could be perfect as anything, but I'm trying to guide myself in a better direction, just as a flawed human being, and I'm hoping through that process, I'll find my wife. I'm as confused as the next person, and I've royally fucked it up with some very awesome, beautiful, perfect people who, in their imperfections, tried all they could to, like, put it together with me, and I just fucked it all up. I fucked it up. If I don't find it, don't mind me, I'm taking a path different from most. I might not find my path of betterment, and I accept that we might not find our paths for betterment. Like, we might die all fucked up, and I'm okay with that. Just don't mind me, I'm taking a different path. I'm on a different timeline, it's very metaphysical. I'm gonna continue to fuck it up. Just don't mind me. I don't even say shit anymore on the internet, just because I know I'm a dumb fuck. So I try to self-edit. I've been self-editing since I was a child because you're not black, you're not white, you're not Latino, you're nothing. You're not even Chinese, yo. They didn't even have the right racial slurs for me when I was coming up. I'm on my own trip, yo. I don't mean anyone any harm. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, trying to make a lane for myself. And if no lane exists, then I'll be good with that too, because at least I tried. Heat in the oven, I'm baking my future while others be making toast. Look, I'm putting the heat in the oven. I'm trying to make a dope future. And I see what's around me. I see what's happening. And sometimes that's that toast talk. Others are making toast. Self-explanatory.